Thank you for joining us on This Is Exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening there was a news conference conducted by the Pawar family. Now, the Pawar family has made a very, very serious allegation. And they claim, and they have said it in as many words, that there could be a conspiracy that led to the crash in Baramati in January this year. And they claim Ajit Pawar may have been killed due to a conspiracy. They've raised a series of questions in a news conference that was held today, and they've put out some details in that news conference. We're getting to that and much more exclusive details at 7 p.m. Here are the headlines. Massive allegation by Ajit Pawar's family over the Baramati crash. They claim the pilot was pressurized to make the landing. They raise questions on the pilot and the aviation company that operated the jet. In a series of claims made, the Pawar family says there was a last-minute decision taken to switch the runway. They share details of the last communication ahead of the Ajit Pawar crash. Former Army Chief General Naravane breaks his silence on the book controversy. He shares the publisher Penguin's post on the status of the book, which claims that the book is not even published. Speaker Om Birla decides not to attend the House or be a part of the proceedings till a decision is taken on the no trust motion amid the Parliament deadlock. After the Republic TV expose, the Kanpur police also does a U-turn. Now, they expose the tobacco baron's claim. The tobacco baron claims his son was not even driving. The police exposed the claim after Republic questions the police and exposes their hand in the cover-up. In a news conference that was held this evening, ladies and gentlemen, a series of charges have been made. Questions raised by the Ajit Pawar family. Rohit Pawar has raised these questions. And Rohit Pawar, in a news conference that was held, has also attached a few WhatsApp images of conversations that took place at VSR Aviation. Now, VSR Aviation is the company that operated the jet. Now, let's show pictures of the crash. It's all about pictures of the crash. And they have referred to the crash, and they have raised some questions about last-minute communications. Let's show some of the communications now. They claim that the pilot was changed in the last minute. They claim that there was a question mark on the pilot's investigation pending, and a last-minute change in communication. Something changed in the last minute is what they claim. Let's take a look at this. This is runway. They claim that the plane that crashed was scheduled to land on runway number 29. They say it was about to land on runway number 29, but last minute there was a communication asking for the plane to land on runway number 11 with poor visibility, less than 5 kilometers visibility, and the plane eventually crashed. Now, there are some questions they have raised. Of course, these are questions raised by the Pawar family, and they've also, in that news conference, as part of a presentation, put out this release. They claim that there was a last-minute change of the pilot, and they say that in this communication, they say from VSR Aviation, Captain Sahil Madan and Captain Yash were supposed to be the pilots of that plane. PIC, the pilot in command, was supposed to be Captain Sahil Madan, but something changed in the last minute, is the allegation made by Rohit Pawar. They've put this out as part of the press conference that was held. Now, there are more details. More details. Now, there are a series of WhatsApp chats that have been attached that were shown as part of the news conference. Now, in this news conference, they have claimed, and this is one of the chats. In fact, we'll keep this chat on the screen, and we will further get you the details. Now, what this chat says is, off from VSR, Captain VK Singh. It says, Dear Captain Sumit Bhai and Praveg, your departure from Mumbai is at 22 hours, return by 1 a.m. So request you'll have to please be sober and do not do your evening stunts and let me down again. Strict compliance, please acknowledge. And there is Sumit, sir, Captain VSR, copied, sir. And there is another snapshot where there is a communication saying today once again an important flight had to be cancelled as 01, one of the pilot in command has been found to be badly drunk. And there is a warning message that says, I'm warning to all of you that no one is allowed to hold their social party and drinking at the VSR guest house. And there are some more details about the smoking problem. And then there is a very critical WhatsApp chat of the visibility. Captain checking visibility at Baramati. All okay, sir, at 7:10. At 7:03, they claim that the visibility is okay. At 7:10, all okay, sir. Mr. Vidip Jadhav, passenger reached airport. Deputy CM on the way. So all of this is part of the chats that were shared by Rohit Pawar in the news conference. Let me first go across to my colleague Revati joining us live. Revati, very serious allegations made by Rohit Pawar, right? Now, if there was one question or two, bits of evidence or three things that didn't match up, didn't add up, then there is something wrong because they've put out a series of tweets, a series of WhatsApp messages, a series of communication, and each one of them appeared to raise questions. Now, we don't know. There's a claim made by the Pawar family.
So, as you rightly mentioned, that there are not 2, 3, but there are many things that have been put up by Rohit Pawar in today's news conference, where he raised serious questions that where exactly all this has been compromised. Number one, that question was raised was VSR company was flying a 16-year-old aircraft. Moreover, he also said that the transponder inside the flight was also switched off, due to which there is a difference between the report given by PIB and DGCA. According to the reports of PIB, Press Information Bureau, it says that at 8:19 a.m. this crash happened, but according to the DGCA report, it is 18:18 a.m. this happened. Then why there's a difference between 1 minute? So even Rohit Pawar explained about why it is so important to highlight the difference between 1 minute, because this particular aircraft travels 15 kilometers in 1 minute. So he highlighted that. So the transponder was switched off. He also showed the data where there are various datas, where there is various call logs of the entire system, but that 1 minute is not anywhere specified. Moreover, he also showed the chats where the handling company, usually there are two handling companies when the VVIPs fly with the VSR like aircrafts or VSR like companies. So Arrow named company was handling that day's Ajit Pawar's flight. So there we can see the chat. Rohit Pawar claimed that around 7 a.m. there was no visibility. According to the Press Information Bureau, there was visibility below 5 kilometers, and DGCA makes it compulsory that if there is 5 kilometers visibility, then only you can take off or land. But there was 3 kilometers visibility, then why there was a takeoff or landing made? Secondly, 29 number runway was the perfect runway where there is plane, but he chose runway number 11, which is hilly and also a bit hard nut to crack. So why there was a constant demand made for runway, where there are many questions that are being raised. So now, will this be taken seriously and a serious investigation will be done?
Stay with me, Revati. I want to go across to Captain Randhawa of the FIP and Wing Commander Malik, aviation expert, joining us. Okay, Captain Randhawa, there are questions about this company, and we refer to some of the questions that came up in the aftermath of the crash. Now, I'm not getting into the merits of, what Rohit Pawar or the Pawar family is claiming. But does it seem prima facie that there were very serious issues, questions that will have to be answered?
Yes, you rightly said, Niranjan. First and foremost thing, from day one of the crash, I have made a lot of statements regarding the crash. First and foremost thing, that it is a VFR airfield. There was no business of this aircraft going into Baramati less than 5 kilometers. It was handed over by Pune, and it was allowed to go to Baramati. And Baramati, the approach was also commenced with a visibility of 3 kilometers. Now, why did the pilot choose runway 11 rather than 29? And that is a questionable circumstance, because I don't know what if the winds were light, then he could have chosen 29 or 11. But if the winds were for runway 11, he must have come for 11. So one is that there is no Met officer at Baramati. There is no ATC, there is no Met officer, there are no landing aids. So this all multiplying and compounding. So now I don't know, because there were two pilots sitting in that mobile ATC, that is a van, who were controlling. So no winds are being given because they are not Met officers. So they don't know that what are the winds. And though the windsock is seen towards the landing runway, and normally the ATC gives the winds, and plus they have got meters to check in the ATC that what is the surface winds. Here in this case, they just give them the landing permission. So the winds were not given. So I'm not sure that what are the winds at the airport. If the winds were light, he could have chosen runway 29, because if you're landing into the sun, there is a certain amount of glare.
Yes.
And the visibility is further reduced, right, when you look into the sun. Then there is a difference between horizontal visibility and the slant visibility. There's a difference. If the horizontal visibility is, if they are saying X, it could be, the slant visibility could be X minus or could be X plus, but normally it is X minus. So the point is that there are few things regarding, I would say, the medical fitness of the pilot. The breath analyzer would have been done at Mumbai, and those records are there. It is captured on the video, on the camera. The timing is there. Secondly, Revati just mentioned a wrong statement. Aircraft never crashed at 8:18 or 8:19. It crashed at 8:46. So how is she saying 18 and 19? That's not correct.
Okay, that may be a small minor mistake on our end. That's fine.
Yeah. So this is what I have to say, Niranjan. And the next part, what I want to reiterate, what we have been telling the ministry also, that all these airstrips in India where they are uncontrolled,
we'll show the WhatsApp
no one is taking safety at all seriously, right? Time and again there are problems at these airfields because there is no ATC, there is no Met officer, there are no landing aids, and we keep boasting, oh, we opened so many airfields, so many airports. But the basic thing is, at these airports, normally you find a lot of VIP movement takes place, right? But even after reiterating so much that the instrument approaches should be there, nothing has been done in this context.
Got it. Okay, Captain Malik, VSR Aviation. Now, there is a view that this aviation company got away. There was a 2023 crash, was not probed. There is no final report on that yet. Now, we can't take all of these charges at face value. We don't know what the truth is, right? But they do raise some very serious questions about the way DGCA functions, perhaps.
So that I'm not aware of the last accident report, why it has not come, why it took so much of time. But as far as these chats which have been published or shown into the public view by the politicians, they see it is a administrative control of the VSR. Probably this particular captain was not assigned the flight, and this chat suggests that he may be assigned a flight, so please don't drink so that you are not, unfit for the morning flight. That is what I presume from this. And as far as the, making allegation, I think every rule book, the politicians are the ones which bend the rule book. They are the ones who pressurize the captains to land. Captains have, in case he violated the rules, it must be on the behest of the, passenger who is on board. And as Captain Randhawa correctly said, generally the winds are calm in winters. That is why the, fog was there. So he chooses initially to make an approach on runway 29. And then probably, in my opinion, he tried to keep the runway in contact. And that is why he done a curved approach for runway 11, which has not worked out. And the way aircraft flicked, it is error of judgment and probably mishandling of controls that could have led to the situation. And he is the best judge. Nobody wants to lose his own life. These politicians can claim whatever they want to claim.
Hello? Yeah. So I want this small correction because this is, let's say on the WhatsApp chat, I just want to speak over it because you made a mention of it. It's not a reference to the day before the flight. Now, what this does tell you is that there was a serious problem. Now, first of all, these are chats shared by him. We don't vouch for the authenticity of it. But what it suggests or seems to suggest is that some of the pilots in this aviation company were being flagged for being drunk while on duty, while flying, right? And it also says that once again on an important flight had to be cancelled as one of the PIC or the pilot in command has been found to be badly drunk, right? And it indicates violation of FDTL rules. And it names a few pilots, dear Captain Sumit Bhai, and then it mentions Captain Sumit again and again, right, in the conversation, right? So that is something that needs to be investigated. Now, that is all,
That is all part of the DGCA need to look into.
Yeah,
all
but
these
DGCA, DGCA, the problem is, I think I'll tell you the backstory. The 2023 crash that happened in the Mumbai airport, the DGCA has still not filed a closure, the final report on that. So, exact same company, same plane, same make, crashed in Mumbai in the exact same way, and we still don't have a final report. See, sir, we can go on and on about DGCA, but only because I'm running out of time. Wing Commander Malik and Captain Randhawa, thank you for joining us, because it's a story. I think there are questions that will have to be asked, right? They claim it's a conspiracy, but is it a conspiracy? We don't know. Investigation has begun, but certainly what it has done is forced us to ask some questions on whether there was a problem, and that problem was overlooked by India's aviation regulators. That's it on this edition of This Is Exclusive. Trending coming up next, and 4 big debates with Arnab starting 8 p.m. Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।